On today's show, we've traveled to Old San Juan, Puerto Rico for some traditional and not so traditional flavors of the island, so stay with us.
Best of Taste, travels with John Sarich. Delicious recipes, outstanding wines, and unique lifestyles. With your host, Chef John Sarich.
Welcome to Puerto Rico and the city of Old San Juan. You know, there's been many cultural influences on the city, but none more important than the Spanish, both in its architecture and its cuisine. And on today's show, we're going to create some wonderful Puerto Rican food for you. But before we do that, let's take a look at the city of Old San Juan. The Spanish influence on the Commonwealth of Puerto Rico reaches across all aspects of the island's culture. In 1521, nearly 30 years after Columbus landed on the small island, Spain began to fortify and build up the city they called San Juan. The Spanish spent the next 250 years building the elaborate fortresses and walls to protect the city from attacks by land and sea. Old San Juan, a U.S. National Historic Zone, is often referred to as a living museum. Narrow cobblestone streets lined with ornate and colorful buildings wind up the hill from San Juan Bay to the high points of the old city, overlooking the Atlantic. A great way to see Old San Juan is through a guided walking tour, which will highlight the important historical facts, people, and places that make this city so unique. We had the pleasure of seeing the old city with Debbie Molina Ramos from Legends of Puerto Rico.
Welcome to the founding site of the second oldest city in the Western Hemisphere, my Old San Juan, the year 1521. The painting is the coat of arms of San Juan, capital of Puerto Rico. Paint your property the color you desire, as long as it's a different color from the property before and after yours. The border should be white. The wood and the iron, San Juan black, San Juan green, or San Juan brown.
Centuries-old Spanish architecture is just a part of the Puerto Rican story in Old San Juan. Each culture that has settled here has had an influence on many aspects of everyday life, especially when it comes to food and music. Nowhere is the multicultural influence more prevalent than in the kitchens and restaurants of Puerto Rico. The dishes of the Enchanted Island again draw from the Spanish, Indian, African, and American influences. Locals call the native food comida criolla, and it combines ingredients from the mountains, the coastal plains, and the sea into a variety of gastronomic delights. Our first morning in San Juan, we visited the Plaza del Mercado with Israel Calderon, a talented executive chef who splits time between his native Puerto Rico and Chicago.
Oh, sweet, very sweet.
Israel and I checked out some local, fresh ingredients for today's recipes.
I use a pineapple for everything. I use pineapple for sauce. I use pineapple for for dessert, for garnish, for everything.
Stay tuned for more Best of Taste as we head to the kitchen at the Sheraton Old San Juan, where we'll prepare a few signature dishes from their fabulous menu. Welcome back to Best of Taste, coming to you from the Enchanted Island of Puerto Rico. We're in the new kitchen at the Sheraton Old San Juan Hotel with Chef Israel. And Chef, you got a great couple of recipes we're going to be doing, obviously, and from shopping around the markets and everything. But first, a little bit about your background. You're from here.
I'm from here. I'm born here in Puerto Rico.
But then you did a lot of time, good time. You were in what, Chicago?
In Chicago, Mexico.
So you've been around, yeah. And we talked about, when we opened the show, a little bit about the different cuisines and influences. And you mentioned something that's kind of interesting. Just tell the folks about the different kinds of cuisines.
Well, basically, in Puerto Rico got three influences: Indians, African, and Spain. Mm-hmm. That's why the cuisine in Puerto Rico is the infusion cuisine, and two different countries.
Yeah, and you were saying too that certain areas still have the influence of like African cuisine.
Exactly.
The Central Island is more Spanish.
Yeah. Exactly.
And then the other thing I noticed too, with all these great ingredients you've got, you can kind of go anywhere you want. I mean, you can do fusion,
right.
You can do what have you. And one of the things, though, traditionally, we're going to show this, the bacalao.
Bacalao.
Now, how do you take care of this fish when you buy it?
Bacalao is very popular in Puerto Rico.
Uh-huh.
It's I think it's come from Spain. So Puerto Rico make a different style bacalao. And bacalao is two, bacalao a la vinagreta, bacalao a la serenata. This is bacalao with an infusion of virgin oil, also vinaigrette. So very popular.
And of course, now this fish you got to prepare. We talked about it off camera, but you have to soak it and rinse it because it's a
absolutely.
dried cod and it's through
Right.
preservatives, right? So anyway, you've already done that. Let's just show this fish here real quick. This is already done and prepared. So this has been soaked.
Overnight.
Overnight?
Put it in water for overnight. Put it in the hot water almost for, I think so, for 15 minutes. You take it out of the water, put the water again, almost 3 times. You put it.
3 rinses at least to get that
Right.
salt out and everything. Okay, let's start with this salad that you're doing. This is a very cool salad.
Oh, my salad is very interesting, like influence, infusion. I'm sorry about that. It's I use it bacalao, bacalao, ready to eat. Mix bacalao, a little bit asparagus. Okay. Onions.
Onion. You could put green onion,
Exactly,
yellow
right.
onion, red onion. Yeah.
Okay. Also, I put a calm. Okay. I mix. I'm ready pesto. It's only cilantro, walnuts, and oil. I'm mixing it with process.
So it's just like a basil pesto, but just kind of looser though.
Exactly, cilantro pesto.
Cilantro pesto.
Cilantro
Yeah.
pesto for tasting.
You can see how loose that is too. Yeah.
So mix in the bowl. You don't need to put the salt. The bacalao is salty, so be
Right,
careful.
Right.
Okay, mix. So ready.
Okay.
And the presentation, is very easy. I want to
Now,
make the
what are we
dressing.
going to do with this?
Oh, the palmito too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would put the garnish.
Okay, and the garnish.
Okay,
Okay,
the
good.
garnish.
Hearts of palm will go as the garnish.
Yeah, exactly. So, okay, next bowl, we need put the like that.
And this is what?
It's a passion fruit.
Passion fruit.
Yeah. Passion fruit. We'll put it a little bit oil. Okay.
Olive oil?
Okay. Yes.
Okay.
It's a little bit passion fruit. The secret is 3 or 1. So you put a citric 1 and the oil you put it to 3. So
Okay.
Cointreau. And mix. Thank you.
You know, in a lot of the recipes, we're talking about the dessert that's coming up next.
Yes.
A little bit of rum in it, and so you add a little bit of some liqueurs or alcohol to it.
Yeah,
a little
tropical
flavor.
fruit, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Tropical fruit. Okay. Ready? Okay, I'll put it here. For the presentation, a little bit knife.
Oh.
So I cut the cucumber in half.
Oh, and we forgot Chef Jose is here, Ortiz, helping out. That's your executive sous chef, right?
Yeah,
Just,
exactly.
helping out with the dinner here, and
So put it this a little bit quickly.
just line the.
And the timbalito. Okay.
You got it okay?
Okay.
So thinly sliced cucumber, and just kind of line the
Right.
mold with it.
Exactly.
Get it to bend, huh?
Exactly. Put the stuffing inside.
You know, that's something too I noticed about the Puerto Rican cuisine as well, is that the care in the presentation of the dishes that you
Oh,
do.
excellent. For us, it's very important, the presentation.
So a little guacamole. In
Yes,
there.
the guacamole. Very big.
What's some of the traditional dishes of Puerto Rico you grew up with?
Oh, mofongo.
Mofongo.
Yeah, mofongo is a very traditional dish, and rice and chicken and rice.
Chicken and rice.
Yes, actually, very, very popular Puerto Rican dish. Okay, so now, so little lettuce. Okay. Go for here.
Any mix of lettuce is okay, obviously.
Sure. So now I want to see,
Unmold that.
right, a little bit.
Very nice.
Very nice. Okay, here. So put it the garnish in the top.
And this is the pineapple kind of a salsa. that you
Exactly,
made?
pineapples, sugar, peppers, onions, and a little bit rice vinegar too.
Okay.
Okay.
A little more of the cilantro pesto.
Right. A little bit
And this is the balsamic?
balsamic, exactly.
And then the hearts of palm.
Right. Or the hearts of palm, let's say this.
It's a nice garnish.
Okay, this, like this.
Beautiful. Beautiful. It's so lovely. It's a great start for a dinner, don't you think?
Sure.
Have this outside later, and we'll have the other one. And then when we come back, you've got another great recipe with local ingredients that we're going to be preparing for you, and maybe I can do more work up there.
Excellent.
We'll put Jose to work, too.
Sure.
Okay, good. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm John Sarich, and this is Best of Taste. Come join us as we travel near and far to fantastic destinations. Welcome to Japan, San Francisco, Tahiti, Croatia, Venice. We work with some of the best chefs in the world, demonstrating techniques, sharing recipes, and searching out the freshest local ingredients. Incredible cuisine, fantastic wines, and unique lifestyles, all right here on Best of Taste. Welcome back to Best of Taste from the Sheraton Old San Juan. Well, we're in the main kitchen of the Sheraton Old San Juan Hotel, and this is where all the main work comes out of for room service.
Room
everything.
service and banquet.
The whole thing, okay.
Okay.
Now, we got two more recipes for you, and Israel, I love these local ingredients you use. Let's just kind of talk through what we've got to put together here.
Sure. Yeah, this is a yellow plantain. This is a sweet potato. It's very popular in Puerto Rico, and the yellow plantain too. So the recipe, I use garlic powder, cayenne pepper, salt and pepper, very basic, butter, little bit garnish for the watermelon, and touch of brandy. The thing is that in Puerto Rico, the cuisine is not spicy. A lot of people think about it, Caribbean cuisine is spicy.
It's hot, yeah.
No, hot, it's not. It's, it's tasty.
But a lot of fruit flavors.
Exactly,
I mean, yeah, you
fruit
like to use the
flavor
fruits.
and the herbs.
Yeah, definitely. Well, let's start putting this
Sure.
chicken breast together.
Chicken breast is very basic, it's not complicated. You cut it in butterfly. Okay.
Maybe we should actually get Jose to
Yeah,
start
Jose,
the-
sure. Jose, you make the dessert too. So
right.
I make the tropical dessert. It's a mango, vanilla, honeydew, cantaloupe, pineapple, and saute and butter and brown sugar, and flambe and rum 151.
151 rum.
151. So.
Gee, I wonder why you use rum here.
Okay, cool. So now the first process in the chicken. So I cook the yellow plantain in water and salt almost for 20 minutes, and the sweet potato too.
So just get it nice and soft.
Exactly. It's a very interesting. Both is sweet, but different. It's sweet.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So I want to
Well,
mix.
plantain always has a real subtle sweetness to me.
Exactly.
It's actually not as sweet as a sweet potato, I don't think. Do you?
Right. Yeah. Absolutely. So we put this. Okay. Mash together. So we put it in the butter. Okay. So the stuffing is almost done.
Now, you mentioned herbs. What, besides cilantro, is there other herbs you like to use?
I use the cilantro, I use the sage, I use the rosemary. I use a lot of things.
Lot of different all, yeah.
absolutely. So a little bit garlic powder, okay. Salt, okay, a little bit. Pepper, sure. I'm ready for the stuff.
Oh, good catch.
Oh, perfect.
Fast hands.
Well, yeah. Okay, so ready for the roll. Basically.
And just roll it on up.
Excellent, absolutely. Roll. Ready for saute.
Okay. So,
no other before? Thank you.
the hook system just came on. So, but we're gonna do the sauce. It's gonna go with the chicken. And this is
Well, I use passion fruit, saffron, pineapple, rice vinegar for the sauce. We cook it together, a little bit butter, reduction, and put a little bit top in
Okay,
the
so saffron threads.
Exactly.
Okay, let's go ahead and get that
Sure.
going.
Ready, before?
And that doesn't take very long, though, no?
No.
Just quick saute.
Exactly.
Okay. And so that the fruit still maintains its sort of texture and its shape, so it doesn't get all mushed down.
Right.
Okay. Good. And then now, once we get the sauce going, we probably should take a look at our dessert, because
Sure.
that's a very cool thing that Jose was putting together. See where we're at with that.
5 minutes dessert.
Yep. Let me take a look at this. We're gonna go back and that's just been sautéed a little bit.
Yeah,
With
sauté a
butter,
little bit and flambe and room 151.
And then a 151 around. Sure. And of course, you've got great rum in Puerto Rico.
Yes,
You know,
actually.
I know Puerto Ricans, they love their rum. They also love their wine.
Right.
So we're gonna have that later. All right.
So, tráemelo.
Okay.
So now I'm gonna serve this in cornbread. This is very, it's not, you know.
Oh, that's great smell with that.
Right.
So that couldn't have taken more than what, 3 minutes or so?
Absolutely,
Just to saute
very
and
quickly, very quickly.
oh, the smells of this is incredible.
Yeah. So, see,
Very nice. On top of some nice cornbread,
put a garnish, a little bit of
fresh watermelon.
exactly in the top. Easy.
And then right at the end, we're gonna do a little
Are
ice
you
cream
putting
at the
the
end.
ice cream in the top?
We'll wait till the end, okay?
Oh.
All right. So what about the chicken now? What else are we gonna do with the chicken? Is that
Okay,
ready to
I'm ready for the
plate
chicken.
up, you think? This is gonna be
Okay.
great with all the
For you?
local and flavors and ingredients in it. Okay? So that was sauteed real quick, just kind of
Exactly.
browned and then finished in the oven.
Absolutely. Here, ready?
And again, that's stuffed with the
So a little
plantain
herbs.
and the sweet potato. It's been cooked and mashed.
Yeah, a little, you know. I like the lettuce.
Again, a little lettuce.
Yes.
I've got a couple wines that are going to go great with these dishes. We'll talk about that in just a little bit.
Okay.
That's amazing that it stayed together so well, just by being pushed together. Look at the color. It's beautiful.
Okay. So,
Very nice. They came out pretty.
yeah. Dame la salsa.
The sauce is almost ready.
Yeah, almost ready.
Okay. There we go.
Okay, sweet and sour pineapple sauce and saffron.
Let's show Johnny and Kyle. So that's again, what was in here again?
Pineapple.
Pineapple.
Rice vinegar.
Rice vinegar.
Okay, and saffron.
Saffron.
And brown sugar and butter.
Uh-huh. No water though. A little bit of water? No water.
No, passion fruit.
Passion fruit juice, right. Oh boy.
Quick garnish. Thank you.
So you really got some sweet flavors going on with that dish. And the garnish,
Something.
there we go with plantain, huh? Fried plantain.
Absolutely.
Oh, that looks great.
Yeah.
Beautiful. You know, there's a couple of wines we're going to have to try at the end of the show to see how well this is going to work, because a lot of times the fruit flavors can detract from the wine, but I think we've got two that's going to work really well. So at the end of the show, you and I get to go up and sit down and try a little bit, huh?
Absolutely.
Okay, thanks you guys.
Thank you.
Thanks very much. We'll be right back. Stay with us. Well, before Chef Israel tells us about the dishes that we did today, or that you did today, Chef, look behind us. I mean, Puerto Rico is amazing with all these cruise ships. You get maybe 6, 7 cruise ships at a time.
Exactly. Almost 7. Almost every day is coming a lot of cruise, a lot of tourists in Puerto Rico. Coming here for the interesting for the old San Juan. Come to the hotels, good food, entertainment.
Yeah, the casino, everything. But the
casino.
hotel is great. I mean, it literally walk to the ship.
Sure.
And the other thing, too, when people come from the mainland, I think they forget that Puerto Rico is a destination place to stay for vacation with beaches and golfing and, like you said, the food, which is great place to be. So food, let's go through the dishes, because I love the flavors that you've got in these, especially, well, actually all of them. So what's the first one?
Well, the first one is a salad. It's a bacalao pesto salad. It's combination bacalao pesto salad. It's bacalao, marinade and pesto, and guacamole, chutney, pineapple, and lettuce, and infusion and balsamico.
Little balsamico
So very
on top
fresh,
of that.
very fresh,
and
very
very
fruity.
Spanish influence with the dried
Excellent.
cod that we talked about. Now this one, I think this is very much Puerto Rican with its flavors.
Well, it's an infusion. It's like a lot of things, normal Latino cuisine. It's a chicken breast with stuffing with yellow plantain and sweet potato, and pineapple, sweet and sour saffron sauce, and serve with a little gardens and plantain garnish.
On top. Yeah, that's a cool looking dish. And then the dessert. I mean,
But
I
the
think that
dessert
was
with
great.
tropical food, pineapple, mangoes, banana. Usually also to honeydew cantaloupe. Service in the raw 151 flambe, saute in butter and cinnamon, and a little bit of sliced raw cone roll, and the top is ice cream.
Ice cream. And then the flambe, just because we didn't really cover that when we were cooking, but that 151, that burns up really quick. So it's right at the last minute you flambe.
It's a last, yes.
Yeah, good. And then now the wines, we talk about wines for these kinds of flavors, and there's so many that go with it. I brought the Saint Michel Sauvignon Blanc for you to try with the dish.
Good.
I picked Columbia Crest Grand Estate Chardonnay, because I think that would work, tropical flavors in the wine. And then for red wines, I know in Puerto Rico people love their red wines, so we've got the Saint Michel Merlot, and I think that's going to work probably best with the chicken, I think. This might be my choice. But, Chef, I can't thank you enough.
No, my
the
pleasure.
Staff enough.
No,
they
my
were great, and it was
Thank
wonderful.
you.
So hopefully we can do this again, huh?
Thank you for coming to Puerto
con
Rico.
mucho gusto. Thank
Un
you.
placer. That's it.
And we'll see you next time on Best of Taste. Here we go again. This is the best part. Accommodations for the Best of Taste crew were provided by the Sheraton Old San Juan. Travel and tour arrangements for Best of Taste were provided by the Puerto Rico Tourism Company. Special thanks to Tishman Realty for location arrangements in Old San Juan. And special thanks also to Plaza Cellars for events coordination. You ready, Kyle? Stop.
Can I have your attention, please? Management has investigated the loss of figure in the whole fleet.
And in Puerto Rico, and around the places over there, right there, in there. And many cultures influence the thing, and right? For some traditional flavors and some not traditional flavors, not so many, not so much, and it's cuisine. But before we get to, before Chef Israel tells us about the dishes, sorry, got it. One of the kitchens at the Sheraton Old, let's do it.
And it's a nice. I like it.
See? Yeah.
A little bit to it.